Hey everyone, I'm Jen Birchfield and I am a yoga health coach. I am a massage therapist. I've been practicing both medical massage and Ayurveda for over 15 years. And I'm coming to you today to talk about self-massage and the benefits of self-massage and how to do self-massage. So first thing I want to talk about is the concept we have in Ayurveda of ama. Ama is toxins, it's sludgy waste. And when we have ama build up in the tissue, what we may notice is that we don't have good digestion. Perhaps we are feeling fatigued after our meals. We're not eliminating fully or easily. We feel tired just in general throughout the day, not getting up feeling good. You're just feeling really sluggish. Pain in the joints, and the fat tissue may start to kind of bloat and swell and increase. And gaining substance in our fatty tissue isn't always a matter of the fact that we've actually gained fat. It's not always a matter of the fact that we've actually gained adipose. Sometimes we're just those fat cells which are capable of expanding are actually just catching all of the ama. And for the same reason, those spaces that we have in between joints can also be prone to the deposit of ama and toxins. And that's why you can develop the side effect of having painful joints, osteo, or even rheumatoid arthritis, swelling in the joints, cracking, all signs of ama. So I'm going to really break down self-massage today. I'm going to do it in a swimsuit so that you can see each part of the body. And I would invite you to use self-massage every single morning. So we'll do a low down quick version of self-massage, and we will do a deep intense, maybe what you might want to do on a weekly basis. Notice that I have put a towel on my chair. You can have your set of massage towels. This is my I don't care hand towel. Massage towels that you keep for the purpose of massage, they're going to get oily, they're going to get gross, so you just want to find your oldest, dirtiest towels, or just purchase some really cheap towels that you don't mind getting oily. They're going to get destroyed. You don't really want to use them for the bath. You just want to use them for this purpose. You can oil yourself first thing in the morning before you shower. Just do a really quick oiling. When you step into the shower, the water, the steam is going to help you to absorb the oil. The water will probably rinse off just the lightest layer on the surface. And if you can avoid using soap or just use soap where you need it, then you're going to notice that your body starts to retain its own natural oils more. You're not going to need lotion after you shower. And of course, lotion is full of chemicals, so we really just want to stick with food grade oils. This is my massage oil bottle. I always have this in my bathroom. This is an 8-ounce pump bottle. You can get little 2-ounce guys that you pick up as your travel little travel bottles, and fill them with for if you're a Vata type, with sesame oil. If you are a Pitta type, you can certainly use coconut oil, although that will need to be exposed to warm water in order to heat it up. You just put your bottle into a mug of hot water to heat it up so that it, becomes emulsified. If you are a Kapha type, you can use mustard oil or again sesame oil. Sesame is really okay for all the doshas, so is sunflower oil is great for all the doshas. Safflower oil is also excellent. Safflower is a great oil for massaging your baby because it helps build the layer of fat underneath the tissue, giving them a little more insulation. So choose your oil of choice, something that will absorb as you apply it to the skin. And of course, the skin is your largest organ, so we really want to be able to saturate this with lots of nourishment, which comes in the form of oil. It does not, lotions and potions, they tend to have chemicals which have all kinds of side effects, and you're absorbing that straight into your bloodstream. So please start to depart from the use of lotions and start to think about using food grade, cold pressed, organic oil. So the first thing I'm going to start with is dry brushing. I'm just going to give you a quick example of dry brushing. This is a dry brush. I purchased this at Walmart, so it's not like you have to go out of your way to find these. This is the same kind that you would buy at the store for bathing. And dry brushing is great if you're new to self-massage, if you're a kapha type, and you want to just start to get into those thicker tissues. Kapha types tend to have more oily skin, so dry brushing is great for distributing the natural oils that are already on the skin. And so dry brushing is a fantastic way to do a really quick and dirty, it's not dirty, but quick and dirty low down massage first thing in the morning when you wake up. So when we do our dry brushing, the long bones of the limbs get long strokes, really simple, and the joints get circular strokes. Don't forget the backs of your arms. Anywhere you miss is a place where ama can deposit, and we're trying to move ama. We're trying to wake up the circulatory system and the lymphatic system first thing in the morning. So I have all these lymph nodes that live here. So I'm just going to dry brush those towards the heart. We're trying to move everything towards the digestive tract for elimination. So again, just long strokes, circle strokes, circle strokes. And we want to get the joints of the hand too. So don't forget to do each finger backs and fronts of the hands. You want to do little strokes on the neck. Don't worry about making your skin pink. I would use my hands for my face. This is a little too rough for the delicate skin of the face. So you can just take your hands and rub your face. And your ears, and you would do a dry scalp massage as well. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. You take your dry brush, you're going to do your belly, your back, your hips, your legs, your buttocks. Any place where you are prone to having more fatty tissue is a place you're prone to holding ama. So you really want to get into those fatty tissue places and use the dry brush to really start to circulate those areas. And again, I'm getting ready to show you this with oil. I just wanted to introduce the idea of dry brushing. If you've never massaged before, this is a great place to start. And if you're not feeling comfortable yet using your hands on your own body, that's fine, that's totally normal. Dry brush is a great place to start. So, for your average daily oil massage, we're not going to get like super saturated in oil. I'm going to invite you to do the really heavy full body massage at least once a week. And I like to do that at nighttime. I like to follow that up with an Epsom salt bath and really make it into a nourishing evening routine. But in general, in the morning, we want our self-massage to be able to be done in 2 to 5 minutes so that it really becomes an easy part of the routine and it becomes difficult to skip. So I'm going to take you're going to find it a fairly significant amount of oil. I'm taking 3 to 4 pumps there, and you can see it's a pretty significant amount. It might be a tablespoon or so, maybe 2. And I'm going to rub this together, and this is where it's really important to have that towel spread out underneath you because you're going to drip oil. So you just keep your massage towel folded up under your sink, pull it out, spread it out, and go to town. And so I'm going to start with the circle joints on my arms, and then the long bones, the straight shot on the long bones. Circle joints, straight shot. And the point here is that you're trying to increase the friction. So you really want to do this quickly and with a decent amount of pressure. And the reason I want to increase friction is because I'm trying to melt that ama. I'm driving the oil into my body, in through that nice organ of the skin. While I'm nourishing the skin, I'm really driving the oil into the adipose layer that's just underneath the skin. And because I'm doing that, I'm breaking up ama that's stored in the adipose layer and driving it into the digestive tract for elimination. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. It really doesn't matter if you start at the shoulder or at the hands. Usually when I complete the limb, I just give myself a little push back, a little flush back towards the heart. So you'll see me do that here. I'm just going back towards the heart. And I want to make sure that I do my neck. Again, I'm going to do my face, so some circular strokes, some broad strokes above the eyebrows, the temples. Don't forget your lips as well, your ears. Oiling the ears is really important. So not only am I going to do the outside, I'm going to take my fingers, and they have a generous amount of oil on them now. I can pick some up from my skin. And I'm going to just do a few little twists inside my ear. And why is that important? The ears are like, just an inroad for ether and air to come in. And, and they're directly connected into the nervous system. So any of my orifices that are directly connected into the nervous system, the skin, our sense of touch, our ears, our sense of hearing, we want to find a way to oil them. And in another video, I'll show you how to oil the eyes. But today, we're just focusing on the skin. I want to oil those orifices because I'm building a little protective layer to the nervous system. I'm giving my body extra insulation to be able to have a defense against the elements, including wind, pollution in the air. So I've already oiled my hair. And you can see there's a generous amount. And what I do is I will take the oil into my hands. I'll distribute it. You can see my hands are nice and shiny. I'll distribute it, and I'll just drive that right into the scalp. So it's not about my hair, it's about the scalp. And the scalp is full of capillaries. So we really want to drive oil into here. This is one of the most porous places in the body. So your feet and your head by far are the most porous places. So if all you have is 5 minutes or 1 minute even, 1 minute you can do your head and your feet. So I'm going to take the palms and the flats of my fingers, and I'm going to go up and down. And I'm getting the back of my head as well. And I'm creating this rhythm. You can look up champasage, which is the Ayurvedic name for head massage, and you can see them doing this in India. You go into this barber shop and they do these wild head massage. And by doing this, I'm breaking up all the ama. If you're a kapha person, this is going to be a great way to break up the mucus and the congestion that tends to take hold overnight in those areas of the body. So that is your head massage. And now we're going to move on to the rest of the body. So I'm going to show you here the proper technique for the abdomen. And what we're doing is we're drawing an upside down ILU. I love you. I love you, intestines. Go empty yourself. And so we want all of our strokes to go down the left side of the body and up the right side of the body. So I'm starting with just circles. Now at this point, I should have already done my chest, my neck, my shoulders, my arms, we already saw. And I'm really getting into this whole midsection. And of course, because you have all these organs here, you have a lot of potential for holding amma. If you have any extra fat on your belly, I want you to start thinking about it as amma. Start thinking about it as what you need to do in order to improve your ability to eliminate amma. Hairs everywhere. So I'm going to start with this thumb over thumb stroke. And it's just a really nice way to clear the descending colon. And so I basically go from the rib cage down to the hip bone. And I'm going to do thumb over thumb. And then I'm going to come across, and here I can't really go thumb over thumb, so I'm just going to use my fingers. And I want to go from the right rib cage over to the left rib cage. So the first thing, in that first movement, I was doing the letter I, a capital I. And now I'm doing the letter L. I'm going across and down. So again, it's upside down, or right side up when you're looking at yourself. I, L. So I'm going to come across and I'm going to go down the descending colon again. So transverse colon, descending colon. And then I'm going to come up and make the U part of this stroke. So now I'm making a U. I'm going to come up from the right hip. I'm going, kind of using my fingers to move the tissue, move any waste that's inside my organs is moving at this stage. And I'm coming across. And I'm going down. I-L-U. And after I've done that a few times, I want to do a few more circles. And then I'm going to just show you the back body really easily. You just take the parts that you can reach. And don't forget, this area in here, both the sacrum and the lower belly, this is where Vata lives. And Vata is the air and ether. So if you're somebody who's gassy or constipated, you want to spend a lot of time providing heat to this area. Okay, don't forget that you have sides. We often forget to address those. Good. Now, the legs. So I'm going to apply a good bit of oil again. And we're going to do the same thing. Long strokes on the long bones. Circle strokes on the joints. Long strokes on the long bones. Circle strokes on the joints. And then you take the foot. Of course, you won't always hold it up by your head, but I want you to see it in the camera. And just make sure that you get those nice long bones and that you give each joint of the toes a little bit of attention. The one thing I realized that I skipped is my hips and my glutes. I'm not going to do that on camera, but I do want you to recognize that the glutes are this really thick, dense muscle. The hips have a lot of opportunity for creating low back pain because of the hip flexors. So really you want to get into those. You want to make sure that you dig into the fronts of the pelvis, that you really reach into the glutes, into the gluteal crevice, that you get oil everywhere you can in a way that's comfortable to you. Handy dandy dry brush, also great for those thicker tissues. So again, this is where I hold most of my ama. You can see it in the camera. It's where I have a lot of loose tissue and a lot of excess adipose. So when I get into it with my dry brush, you can see I really bring a lot of circulation to it. The skin starts turning pink. And it might be easier for someone who's unexperienced with their hands to use the dry brush to get into those thicker tissues. So that is Self-Massage 101. An easy, low-down rundown on how to massage yourself from head to toe. And again, I really want to encourage you to try this. Do it every morning before you shower. You can certainly do it after you shower. Don't forget, if you are oiling before you get into the shower, it's important to take a little bit of Dawn dishwashing detergent with you and just squirt down the base of your tub, run it down with your foot, squirt a little bit into your drain so that you don't grease up your pipes too badly. Just remember that self-massage is something you have to work your way into. Please use the Kaizen method. Just give yourself a minute of touching yourself every morning when you wake up and you're standing in the mirror. Just do that for at least a minute or two to start to wake up your tissues and wake up your senses and give yourself a jump start on the day. Thank you for joining me. Again, my name is Jen Birchfield. You can learn more about me and my business at Pure Life NC, PureLifeNC.com. Thanks so much and have a great massagey, oily day.